Hello, welcome to Deeproot Manor, a RPGmaker horror game developed by Foucault Fatui, available on Steam. And apparently, your brother has gone missing, and the last time he was seen was in a forest in a abandoned mansion. I guess we'll see what happens. A little content warning though, this is a horror game, so there may be some disturbing elements. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's begin. Hello, user. Dear Diary, this has been one hell of a day. My brother has gone missing. Nobody saw him after this morning, and nobody has any idea where he could be. Seems like he got up early and left the house, leaving just some crumbs in the kitchen. Just yesterday, though, he told me about a rumor he heard at school. He heard that somewhere in the woods near our home, there's a huge abandoned mansion. Creepy stuff. I know that brat all too well. I knew from the tone of his voice when he told me that story that he went to explore that building just for the sake of it. I told those exact words to my parents, but they said it's just childish rumors. I told the policeman, but they didn't take me seriously at all. You know, if this person goes missing, police just won't search for them. Is there like a myth? You know, something about like you have to wait 24 hours before you report it to the police? That's not true. You know, that's just a myth. And now everybody's just wasting their time. They haven't got a clue. What if something happened to him? What if he can't come back? Murdered in the spooky mansion. I'm fed up now, and as I write this, I'm waiting for my parents to lower their guard to sneak outside. I know the wood passed, and if there really is a mansion deeper inside it, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find my brother. And obviously I'm gonna write this down in the diary first, before I die. It's a death flag, you see. Richard, please be safe. There you go. So I guess that's the premise of the game. Simplicity, by the way, have I seen Small Saga that you mentioned a while ago? I remember something like that. Were you suggesting games? As far as I remember, I could be wrong. When I searched Small Saga, it was like this kind of generic RPG looking thing, which didn't seem appealing to me, to be honest. That sounds insulting, but I don't know. It just seemed like was it a mobile game? I can't remember if it was a mobile game or not, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like something I would be interested in. Usually, you know, I mean, for one, you know, the games I usually like, and this may be a little bit shallow, but I usually like things that are in anime style, usually. Or in this style, you know, pixel art. I like pixel art in particular. Anyway, how come I never heard of this mansion in the middle of the woods? If Richard was seen in this place, there's no way he didn't sneak in. I have to get inside somehow. Oh, with rat characters. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember. It has been a while ago, so I don't remember exactly. It was like an RPG where your rats, and like the idea is that you're supposed to like fight like big enemies, like the final boss or whatever is like a big cat, right, or something like that. I don't know. It didn't seem really interesting to me. I don't know. It seemed kind of like generic. I mean, the idea, I guess, it sounds like a Disney movie, right? Whatever. Was it Ratatouille? I don't know, something like that. There's been like various rat movies. It's like okay. It's like I don't know. It's not something I'd be interested in. It's something I would be interested in more like. I mean, if it's an RPG, I rather have something. I don't know, like something unique in the sense of its art style or something like that. I mean, based on the games that I play, anyway. I say unique. I mean, it depends. You know, even things that are weird looking can also be super popular. I mean, one of my favorite RPGs is like, I mean, it's kind of unfair to compare, but like Undertale, you know? Undertale is like really great. That's like a really unfair comparison, though, considering that's one of the biggest indie games ever. In the last like decade or so. I can't remember. When did it come out? It's been a while. You know, I've been considering replaying Undertale on the channel because I never actually, you know, recorded a playthrough necessarily. But I don't know if I want to do like Undertale just normally, you know? It's kind of boring if we just do normal Undertale. I was thinking of like doing a mod, actually, that like remakes the graphics. I think it's called like Bits and Pieces or something. But it's not finished yet. So I don't know. Anyway, that's for another day. For now, though, I'm looking at this statue. It looks like a little statue of a knight. The moss is covering the front plaque. What does it say? The text on the front plaque is unreadable. Oh, okay, never mind. Even when it's not covered in moss, still not readable. Well, I think I missed here. I actually kind of just rambled on and didn't really look at anything over here. Can't reach the window. You know, these graphics kind of remind me of like retro computer games, you know? It took me quite a while through the woods to find this place. Who would build a house in such a place? Well, just want to live in the middle of the woods. They love nature, I guess. But then again, if they do love nature, maybe they wouldn't live in the giant mansion. An old plaque. The name has been scratched off. The lights are on, but it's still pretty dark inside. Can't see much. Oh, despite having Undertale in your library, you never completed any routes? Oh, really? Did you not like it? I mean, I know some people didn't like Undertale. No, despite how popular it was. I mean, one of the problems is that I guess the fandom or whatever, people feel like they're too annoying, you know, because it's a big game, right? I feel like that happens to a lot of indie games, where it's like, it's very like, how do you say, outspoken community, you know? Because, I mean, relatively, it is an indie game still. It's like a small game, literally, compared to like something like a AAA game. The number of people who interact with the game is smaller, but I guess the people who do play it are most active in online communities, right? So, anyway, Complete Jam figures. Place has been abandoned for a long time, I guess. Though the lights are on, that's strange. Let's see. If I was Richie, how would I get inside? I don't know. You don't let the fandoms get in the way? Yeah, I mean, same for me. I usually just play the game. I don't, you know, I don't care about whether or not people are annoying about it. I mean, for me anyway, for Undertale, yeah, I mean, I just got into it when it came out. I remember, like, to be honest, I remember Super Great Friend. You know, that's a content creator who's way cooler than me, by the way. Go watch that guy instead. But Super Great Friend, you know, he played a demo, actually, and that's how I got into it. That's how I found out about it anyway, you know, from the beginning. It had, like, a really cool mechanic, you know. Anyway, I don't want to spoil Undertale. Sturdy vines. I could probably climb those up, no problem. So you climb up these vines. That's an option. Is there a different option, or is that the only one? Seems kind of dangerous to climb up these old vines. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything else. I guess that's what we'll do. Yeah, as I was saying, though, the graphics do remind me of... Like, I don't know what you call them, actually. I mean, it's... Oh, we're doing a T-pose? Yeah, we're tiptoeing, I guess? I don't know what the word is. Balancing, I guess. But yeah, those old computers that... Oh! Guess it was a bad idea to climb on the roof. Deeproot Manor. It starts to feel like falling from the roof. Was that an Undertale reference? Maybe. It'd be funny, yeah, it'd be funny if you did die. I don't think that's the case. I think that's just the beginning of the game. Well, at least I'm inside now. The place is falling apart. Jesus, what if Richard got hurt and he's stuck in here? I need to find him and get the hell out of this place together. By the way, is there a way to save? There's the diary. Can I save in the diary, or I can look at the diary? Oh, it has a map. North, east, southwest, ground floor. Well, a small table with a lamp on it. There's a note here. I guess I'll read it. I came back early from my daily walk. You'll find me in my study. Once you read this, bring me a glass of fine wine. Okay. Can I unlock the door, by the way? Yep. The main door is completely jammed from this side too, of course. I'll figure out how to get out of here once I find my brother. I'm not leaving this place without him anyway. Alright, see you, Simplicity. An antique table. There's just a broken lamp on top. Check the doors. Locked from the other side. What was I saying before we fell down here? I think I was saying something about, again, the computer graphics. I never finished my line of thought, but retro computers that I don't think I have any experience with, to be honest. That's even before my time. Like the really old computers, you know, that is just like it has only a few colors, you know. I forget what you call them. Something Spectrum? I don't know. Like the really old computers, like, you know, ping pong, was it? Or is it just called Pong? You know, the first ever game in history. Pong. You know, those like really old computers that at the time, I don't think we had, like, I say we, but, you know, humanity didn't have dedicated game consoles necessarily. Originally, games were just on the computer, right? And it's funny how, like, things have changed a little bit, but people still play, you know, games on the computer. And usually it's better fidelity. Or fidelity? Anyway. Looks like a picture of a big factory. It's hard to tell. It's so small. Seems like this door is completely jammed. Ah, jammed doors. Also, I want to save. Is there a save function? Where's the save function? I instantly want to save now, but I don't know how. There's a big root crashing through the wall. There's some noise in the background of real life. What? Oh, look at that. This is a treetop. The whole tree must be huge. And it's growing underground. All tree roots and foliage I've seen covering this place must be traveling through the walls from below. It probably was here already when the house was built. Why pick this place to build then? This is strange. Really strange. I knew something was off with this house from the second I saw it. Still, my goal is just finding Richard. I'm positive he must be somewhere in this house. So I got a tree in the middle of the house. Okay. Do I plan on playing indie games for now? I mean, usually I do. Not really. I mean, for a few reasons, I guess. For one, indie games, the ones I find anyway, tend to be free. So, like, you know, they're easy to play. They don't require a lot of resources. But number two, usually they're more interesting, right? They're more interesting. They have more unique ideas. Usually I like narrative-focused games, so, I don't know. Usually that's the case. The plaque on this is completely unreadable. Okay, let me read the plaque. The plaque? The plaque? I think the plaque. A third reason, I guess, is also they tend to be shorter than a lot of, like, full-fledged games, I guess. And that tends to do better on analytics. Like, it's not like I'm against indie games or anything. For example, I played Elden Ring. You know, I played like 100 episodes of Elden Ring, more than 100 hours. But nobody watched it. You know, again, I say nobody watched it. Like 2 people watched it or something. You know, but like, it's just not worth it, you know, to play like a really, 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 really long game, especially a game that is like everyone else already played, right? So that's why I usually play like more indie games because, again, for reasons I mentioned before, but also, it just does better. I don't know, more people are more interested in watching me play indie games instead, and I play like, you know, just like mainstream games. I mean, I'm not that interested in a lot of mainstream games anyway, usually. So, I can't see much behind the window. The plant blocks the only way through. Like, well, what am I gonna play? Like Fortnite? I don't know. Yeah, I remember that was mentioned in the past. Like a random person came to my stream and said, playing Fortnite? Where's Fortnite? Or something. I don't know. And I'm like, what? I'm not 12 years old, you know? I don't play Fortnite. So I guess, you know, I guess there's a lot of content creators that play Fortnite that are not 12 years old, but I don't know. It seems to be like a very like popular game for kids. This way is complete collapse. There's no getting around. A long route? I should really be paying attention. This is a puzzle game. Unreadable. But so far, there's not much. I'm just looking around. It broke through some kind of fountain. Can't even see how far it goes down. A stone slab with something engraved on it. It reads, "Fountain dedicated, unreadable, may in peace." Guess the fountain's completely lost thanks to this tree. Hello, fishy, by the way. I don't know if this is important. You can barely see a corridor through the dark. Treetop. I don't know. What's it say again? I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention. What is this thing? Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't look at it yet, actually. I thought I did. It looks like some kind of carnivorous plant, but the teeth are really big and sharp. And the thing on the right looks way too close to a human arm. Does it? This is a really big bicep. Oh, there's a key. It's holding an old rusty key. Whatever it is not moving. Sure, I'll just take it, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna get murdered. It's fine. Well, looks like it's dead. Hopefully there's no, you know, there's no other, how do you say? I don't know how to talk. You know, there doesn't seem to be more of them, is what I'm trying to say. For now. This tree was enormous. What in the world? The tree from the courtyard has such huge roots. Just how tall is it? In any case, it's obstructing the corridor. I can't go past it. You know, you can't simply climb over it, I guess. I mean, I guess it's just a strange perspective. Must be taller than it actually looks like. Jam. So we have a key, though, so I guess we have to use it on another door. Check all the doors. Lock from the other side. Unlock the door. Alright. Oh, it kind of just came back this way. Is all that happened. Again, I kind of wish we can save. An antique table. There's just a broken lamp on top. You know, I kind of want to press the escape button, but I'm too scared because I don't know if escape means pause or does it mean like exit the game, you know, and I haven't saved yet. I'm too afraid to press escape. The door is locked from the other side. I just know I can press this. I can press the inventory button. That's kind of it. So that's what we explored so far. Doesn't seem like anywhere else. I do like the map feature, though. That's nice. I know where I've been or haven't been. A framed picture of some vineyard in the countryside. Grandfather clock. It ticks, but the hand is not moving. Seems that the pivot is just a screw. Well, I have a feeling we need to manipulate that eventually. A huge portrait of some fat person, but it's shredded in pieces. Can't make out the figure. Now, rude. Calling someone just fat? I don't know. The floor collapsed and the vines don't look robust enough to climb safely down. Doors are locked. Or rather, it is locked. Over here. No? Still locked. I can examine it. An old rusty key has something engraved on the back. First floor library doors. Interesting. Can I use it here? Well, it looks like that worked just fine. Okay. Now, I kind of don't like that, to be honest. And, even though it's typical, but that means I have to try, in the future, I have to, keep trying keys on different doors. Sometimes we get so many keys in, a game, you don't know, which key goes to where anymore. A tall bookcase, judging from the title on the spine covers, are all about folklore. Well, nowhere else to go from here, I guess. There's a hole. The vines look pretty sturdy. Climb this hole without any problems. Oh, we can climb down, though. I guess this isn't a problem. Can we go the other way, though? It looks like there's another way inside. Over here? Yeah, it leads to the same room. It leads over here. A tall bookcase. Nothing useful, just a bunch of fiction novels. Can't go in there still, though. For some reason. It's fenced off. How strange. Can go this way, though. Novels. Nothing in particular. Barely any books in it. About art history. What's it fenced off? Why do you have fences in your library? Ah, weird. Here's a hole again. Dust and cobwebs. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably should have mentioned in the very beginning. I totally forgot. Manual work. Oh, we can read it. Okay, let's read it. Let's read this first. Turns out it's nothing special. Wood engraving. Oh, weird. There's also a small blood splatter on the cover. Okay, well, never mind that, I guess. There's anything? Oh, scattered page. Seems to come from a carpentry book. Nothing catches my attention. Well, it came from the book that we just read. Hello, God of Darkness. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I actually got this game, or rather, I got a Steam key from this game from the developer, by the way. So, just want to mention that, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Is that a thing? Technically, for example, if you're sponsored or whatever, you have to divulge that or whatever, because it might affect your opinion. If you got the game for free or something, or you're paid to play the game. I'm not being paid to play the game. I just got a Steam key. But yeah, just want to mention that, I guess. Now, that was nice of the developer. I usually get, I get some emails about some games here and there to play, but usually they're not really things I'm interested in. I remember there was one time, was it MiHoYo? The Genshin Impact developers actually gave me a chance to play their Otome game. It turns out they have an Otome gacha game that I could have played as well, but I wasn't really interested in that. But anyway, a bookcase filled with mundane-sounding books about plants. There's one on bugs. Panaka casperans? Manorachnia gargantium. That sounds like a spider, maybe? And other scientific names. There's a tiny book pulled half out. Seems to be about local plant life. Read it. Someone must have been interested in this. A page has been ripped in half. One unique and dangerous kind of flora that flourishes in these woods is the Amenta purpura, affectionately known as the wording characteristic of easily rip that cause anomalies. Well, I guess we don't know the rest of it. The books on piano lessons, they look old. Some more scattered pages. Greenhouse care, nothing interesting. Bunch of books. Exclusively focus on books about wine. I believe there's so many and so old, but I think I'll pass on reading. Well, I see something on the right. Is this a door? It's jammed, though, so I guess the difference between jammed and locked. If it's jammed, you simply just can't open it anymore. What? What was that? It came this way. I didn't notice it at first, but you can go below the walkway to the ground floor of the library. What? What do you mean? That's interesting. Wait, I wonder if that could have been a thing. You know? Like maybe you could have noticed that as a player without even the game telling you that. I wonder if that was a thing during playtesting. I don't know. It does seem yeah, it does seem not really obvious that you can go under here. Normally, everything's like 2D and top down, you know. Books on animals, hunting, wildlife, and stuff like that. I guess I'm also misplaced a rhyming dictionary on this lower shelf. Rhyming dictionary. These days, you know, we use what's it called? Rhyme Zone. You know, it's the website. About a bunch of cooking books. Economics? What's this? Tougher than toughies, sharper than sharpies. Sounds like motivational stuff. Filled to the brim with religious books. Is there anything? There's a rather old book gathering dust facing the other way. Oh, can I face it the other way then? Left open on the page. Read it. The volumes need to be arranged on the two shelves on top of the bookshelf. The arrangement has to be specific, as the final result requires the following. If you to hypothetically take away two books from the lower one and put them on the other, you end up with twice the books above compared to below. This is a puzzle. Take away two books from the lower one and put them on the other, you end up with twice the books below compared to below. Do the same with one more book, and you would end up with 3 times the books below. Place the volumes for these two requirements to be achievable and press the button for the pressure plate to unlock the side compartment. Huh? You have to move some books around? Scatter pages. The one on top sticks out from the rest. Seems to be the Bible passage. I am the Lord, and there is no other. There is no God but me. You all may know from the rising of the sun to the place of its setting that there is none but me. There's also handwriting at the bottom. The rising of the sun to the place of its setting from east to west. Okay. Now there's little notes on the ground. They look like garbage, but actually you can interact with it. A scattered page was too crumpled. Oh. And go this way? Jammed. Okay. So this is actually a lower floor. I didn't realize that at first. I mean, I did not realize that. I thought it was a fence. You know, it was like, yeah, it did look like a fence. So that's what I considered it as. But actually, it is a lower floor. You know. So now that I'm trying to imagine it, I guess it does make sense. A step is missing on the ladder. Can't climb any higher than this. Interesting. Okay. Well. Bunch of cooking books. And they're ready. And climb this. Nothing interesting up there. Just more cooking books. Okay. I wonder if that is a puzzle. So it's like something about like moving multiple books up. Make it 2 times. Times 2, I guess. And then another one is making it 3 times. Not sure. Scattered pages, prayers, mostly from some religious book. Not sure. I mean, looking at the bookshelves, it doesn't look like... I don't know. Anything that stands out? How about this? There's a black book sticking out from the rest, staying on the shelf. No title. Looks like some kind of occult tomb. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so that's a book. Examine it. real quick. Learn about the dark arts. It's really hard to read. I can only make out some parts of it. It said something about space dislocation, or something like that. Space has been removed from its original position through a spell. No place can be hidden forever, and something about placing a pinch of salt on the entryway to such space in order to restore it from omission. Salt? Now I need salt. Any books in here that I can grab? Oh, except for this one. This one's hiding behind the others. Judging from the title and the spine cover, this one's a lewd one. Okay, it's a porno mag. Okay, good. Or maybe not porno mag. It could also just be just general erotica. Nothing peculiar here. They just show some statues. Probably comes from a book about art. Nothing useful. Fiction novels. Oh, you're going here, though. Okay. This just goes back to that big hole. A bit too high to drop down from here. You can hear, like, crickets, I guess. So maybe this is connected to the outside somehow? Is there a hole in the roof? Or is it simply the tree, you know, the fountain? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, that allows us to go over here, which is interesting. Sure, we'll continue on. Locked. What's this? A small statue of a rabbit. Cute. Examine. The statue is small, not fixed on the ground. Maybe I could push it out of the way. Also, the head seems a bit loose. Looks spinnable. Alright, that's a puzzle. Go this way as well. Interesting. Go over here. What the heck is this? An eerie wooden doll. It's rather large. The left arm is held together by a screw. Good. A small golden crucifix. Looking at this makes me feel like I'm safer. Gives me a weird feeling. Like I can save. Yes, I knew it. Alright. We need to pray to God in order to save our game. A small window that allows me to peek outside. Seems like there's a back garden. No way I can pass through this, though. Richard, maybe? A large empty tub. Old sink. No running water, as expected. I used the occult tomb on you. Rise from the dead. Not sure how to do this. Okay, never mind. I guess that's it. This is a creepy doll mannequin thing. Don't worry about it. What about this door, by the way? Won't fit there. That makes sense. Different door. This is locked as well. What kind of mechanism holding it back? Can I go this way? This seems to go back down. That's a whole new place. Acid? Some acid. The bathtub feels some green shit that's gurgling. I better not touch it. Well, it has no water in it. It's empty. An old sink. There's no running water. Yeah, a high window. Can't see anything outside. Its wardrobe wing is jammed. There's a screwdriver stuck inside. Screwdriver. We have been seeing some screws. Interesting. You know, I like how this game, highlights, you know, certain things, by the way. That's something I feel like a lot of games don't do very well, especially, like, indie games, but, it seems like anything that's, like, highlighted in yellow, you know, seems like it's important, basically. Ew, from here I have a view of that plant's ass. I see in the corner. What do you mean? It's ass? It has an ass? Okay, so that's connected to what we saw before. So it's a courtyard, by the way, so it is like an open space. That's why we can hear the crickets. The painting has been shred, but I think I barely make out the scene of the Annunciation of the Holy Mary. Is it just me, or do I hear music? Very faintly. Jammed. Oh, what was that? No, it's a gramophone. Hopefully this doesn't get me copyright. By the way, you know, even though developers put like royalty-free music in their games sometimes, I still get copyright claimed because technically royalty-free music doesn't mean copyright-free. But anyway, it's a gramophone. It's playing some rag music. Turn out so I don't get copyright claimed. Good. Streamer-friendly mode, you know? The fireplace is locked by iron bars. On top of it, there are 6 square slots. Huh. Okay. I don't have all the pieces, I guess. I'm assuming. So yeah, can't do anything there yet. A picture of a partly built mansion. It looks an awful lot like the one I'm in now. Tea table with a note on it. Read. More and more vines are sneaking around. Go to town and get something to deal with them. There's a piece of photo on the ground. No picture. I'll look at it. Well, some piece of photo, I guess. It looks pretty old, and it shows some people posing together. All the shelves in this tall bookcase are empty and dusty. Completely empty. I was gonna say though, one of the games I played recently, you know, it was called Minus 256. That's a game that I keep getting copyright claimed on. You know, I've been actually editing the video over and over and get rid of the music. But keep saying that, you know, that's being claimed and everything. So I try to remove the music, or at least the parts where it recognizes the music. But it keeps being detected, so I have to keep re-uploading it. Anyway. That reminds me, actually, yesterday I actually forgot to upload a video, you know, as it turns out. I thought I scheduled it for every day, but I guess it just slipped my mind, I guess. There's one day where there was no video, so... Oh well, it just happened. I must have misclicked. I didn't realize I was skipping a day. I guess there's nothing else here. There is a big puzzle and everything, but I guess that's it. I'll turn off the gramophone. Guess we'll come back to that later. Anything else around here? Well, there's a lot of doors. Not all of them you can go in, though. Locked. Mechanism. Probably have to do some sort of puzzle. That's the other side of this tree root that we saw before, I believe. Acid. Or it's locked. You know, what if we just scoop some of that acid? You know, just dump it on the tree roots. Come on. I can't see much outside this window but darkness. Okay. I guess you're heading out, by the way? Alright. I swear your name was User, now it's Fries? Strange. I guess the name wasn't updated when you first appeared. You appeared as User in the chat window. Anyway. We have those screws. So let me save the game first. Because I like to maybe use the screwdriver on you. Well, let me examine the screwdriver. Just look at it. A star-head screwdriver. This could come in handy. Yep. Not that. I'd like to use a screwdriver on you. Even though it might be a bad idea. It's gonna come alive and kill me or something. Well, there is a screw to join the doll's left arm to the body. I could unscrew the screwdriver. Wooden peg. Obtained. Oh, of course. Sure, take away that arm. What's broken anyway? What the fuck? And I'm right-handed anyway. Am I hearing things? I keep forgetting talking dolls are uncommon. Let me start over then. Hello, pretty miss. I am a talking doll. There. Is that better? Okay. Sure. Why not? Creepy mansion in the woods got a talking doll in it. Makes sense. Now, since I'm kind enough to lend you my hand, you can give me a reason for your presence here. Are you trespassing hunting for occult artifacts, or are you a plant enthusiast? Oh, I'm looking for my younger brother. Name's Richard. Short, red hair. Oh. You're his sister. Yes. Have you seen him? Nope. Didn't come in here. Oh. Are you sure? It's no surprise. Many have entered this house. I know none who has left. Sooner or later, they're found by the witch. A witch? A wicked old witch. I see. Okay, we got some questions we can ask. Ask about this witch. So this witch, I take it she's dangerous. You bet she is. Look at this place. It's her fault this mansion is falling apart. What happened? Oh, I wasn't there when it happened. I believe she hexed to death the previous owner and snatched it. But I was carved from wood by her quite some time after. She made you? Oh, how she craved for her daughter. She wept and wept. All those tears gone to my wood made me fat around the hips. And she's dangerous, you said. Her actions speak by themselves. But she's also a reclusive mistress. She keeps herself in the shadows. You have an idea where she is? Who knows? Oh, but surely she's always watching you. And I hope for you to never meet her. Don't you know any way to counter her? You know, Uno reverse her? Well, there is a way to counter her magic. And at the end of the day, you're probably not going to be able to escape this place without doing so. There's a species of mushrooms that, when eaten, will keep you free from her control. They're on the ground floor. That sounds too good to be true. You know, it sounds like poison. That's exactly why I doubt there are any left. You're not the first visitor, pretty miss. Can you tell me where they should be on this map? You're probably late, but sure. Alright, thanks. Okay. There's this supposed witch in this house. Is it the witch's house? Possibly. No, ask about the plant life. Well, out in the inner courtyard, I seen some strange plant life. Looked like it had a human arm. What the hell was that? Plant life. Plenty of that around the house. It's been abandoned for quite a while. Yeah, but that's no regular plant life. That's some kind of monster. How judgmental we are, pretty miss. It's big and with sharp teeth. It might be carnivorous. It might be a carnivorous plant, but it looks ripped apart. It has a human arm on it. Like it had eaten the human? No. I mean, it literally has a human-looking arm. Did it speak to you? What? No, I'm pretty positive it's dead. Shame we can't ask him then. Alright. You happen to know anything about the huge tree growing on the ground? I believe the simple explanation is that the house was built above it, back when it was way younger. That would make this mansion way older than it looks. Too old. That tree must be huge below. It is. Tree roots are growing everywhere. Moving through the walls, some ended up on the first floor. Don't you know more about it? For that, you need to ask the witch. Something that I hope for your sake would never happen. You know, you keep saying that. And I feel like inevitably it's gonna happen. So that witch might have something to do with that tree. You sure you haven't seen my brother? I don't really move around that much. Before you woke me up, I probably slept for days. Do you have any idea where he could be inside this place? If he was caught by the witch, he is probably trapped beneath the mansion. Quite some free space to keep intruders in down there. Be aware if you ever meet the witch. She's sly, and she'll speak sweet and soft to lure you into security. But sooner or later, down you go. I see. I guess that's it. Of this mysterious talking dog. You know, we're just gonna accept that, by the way. Save the game. You know anything about this occult tomb? Do you happen to know anything about this tomb I found? A toy from the witch, no doubt. If I were you, I wouldn't really leaf through its contents. Why so? Is it dangerous? What if it was? What if reading it curses the reader? What if everything written on it is just a deception? Can't ever be too cautious. But that's just my point of view, you know? I just leave it be. You're free to take the risk. It does feel like this book is special somehow. Well, thanks for your help. Okay. What about this rusty key? I thought you thought, okay, no, just a key. How about this screwdriver? I'm sorry, I don't think I allow you to unscrew my parts of my body. I'm sort of attached to them, you know. Literally. I didn't mean it, sorry. What about your own arm? Would you like your arm back? That's very sweet of you, but as I said, it's not a problem. Keep it. Oh, thanks. Probably need it for something. How about this old picture? You happen to know the people in this picture? I think the old guy used to be the owner of this place before he ate like half of his own weight. Oh, I see. Never seen him in person though. I've seen a painting of him somewhere a long time ago. It's okay, I was just curious. Guess that's it. You look at the diary, but that's just our diary. Apparently there's a mushroom, supposedly. How do we... Okay, so that's the ground floor. First floor is over here, right? So that's where we are. Ground floor is over here. There's mushrooms there, apparently. But it's behind a locked door, it seems like. So we can't really reach there anyway at the moment. Let's save the game again. Well, I don't know why we unscrewed, you know, this doll's arm, but I guess that's what we did. Oh well. Now the only thing I think of is maybe... Let's see. There's that clock that we could also unscrew the screw off. I don't know why we would, but it's an option. And if it's an option, I guess we'll just do it. The screwdriver's star shape seems like a good fit for the pivot in the middle of this dial. Okay. Is it like... Okay, we can move it. Okay. That's interesting, but... I don't know... Yeah, I don't know what to do there, because I don't know we have a time we can use. Alright. Well, the other thing I think of is maybe... Let's go over here. We haven't went down here yet. Let's explore this area. There's a lighter on top of this crate. Got a lighter. Bunch of small closed crates. A small silver lighter. It has enough fuel for 2 uses. Oh, okay. We can't simply just use it for as or rather as like a flashlight or whatever. It's limited. Save the game. There's a save point here. Alright. Ew. A stuffed wolf head lying on the ground. It looks old, but it's well preserved. It's missing one eye, though. Okay. Wolf head? It's kind of hard to tell. But I guess there's a wolf head there. Anything else in this area? More crates. Crates, I guess. I unlocked the door. Okay. So it just leads over here. Interesting. This is a save point, but that's all it is, I guess. Alright. So this is when things get difficult, because I'm not entirely sure what to do now. You know? Let's see here. You know, now that we have that wooden doll's arm, what about this, actually? There's like maybe one thing you can do. I was thinking going over here. Oh. Hold on, let me... So what if I use this? This wooden peg might fit for that missing step on this ladder. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, put that there. Yep. It's good enough to make the ladder climbable. Climb back down, though, I guess. The way the game is programmed. There isn't a single book up here. We did that, but that doesn't really do much. Unless... Not sure how to do this. Oh, okay, no. I was thinking, like, move the book up there? Also move this. Okay, we move the ladder. Okay. Up. Oh, well, what's this? Nothing here but this lamp. Glass case is broken. The wire is exposed, so I can't touch it without risking it to get fried. What about over here? Anything in here? A bunch of religious books are piled on this shelf. They seem to have been left here to be organized on 2 shelves to the left. What about over here? 2 empty shelves, but there's a key behind bars, some books that could fit inside these 2 shelves here. Huh. Books. Okay, so it's a puzzle here. The volumes need to be rearranged on the 2 shelves on top of the bookshelf. A bookshelf? No, of the bookcase. The arrangement has to be specific, as the final result requires the following. If you were to hypothetically take away 2 books from the low one and put them on the other, you end up with twice the books above compared to below. Okay. Do the same with 1 more book, and you would end up with 3 times the books below. Place the volumes for these 2 requirements to be achievable, and press the button. This is kind of hard. I don't know what it means by that. It's like, if you were hypothetically to take 2 books away... Wait. If you were to hypothetically take away 2 books from the lower one and put them on the other, you would end up with twice the books above compared to below. So you take away 2 books from below, you put it on top, you get double the amount of the books from the above, hypothetically. However, if you do the same with 1 more book, you end up with 3 times the books below. Somehow, the bottom has become more? This is some kind of weird riddle I don't understand. How do you end up with more? Like 3 times the books below. Four, 6. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Be 8. If I were to move 2 books from there to there, it'd be double the amount, which makes sense. If I take 1 more book, it'd be 9. No? No, it is. Okay, that's the answer. All right. There you go. I knew it. Okay, so yeah, the answer is, hypothetically, if you were to move 2 books from the bottom shelf to over here, it will make 8. And this would be 4. You would take 1 more book, put it over there, it'll be 9, and this will be 3. So 2 times the amount, 3 times the amount. Makes sense. I think there's a typo in the paper though, because the paper says the bottom shelf will be 3 times the amount instead of the above shelf, you know? I'm gonna read it again. There's a typo here. I feel like anyway, it's ambiguous, but I feel like it should be more clear. The first part is correct. So hypothetically take away 2 books from the lower and put them on the other, you end up with twice the amount of books compared above compared to below. Makes sense. Now do the same 1 more book, and you end up with 3 times the books below, which this doesn't make sense. With 3 times the books below, that's implying that the bottom shelf will be 3 times the books compared to above, which is very confusing. It should say, do the same with 1 more book, and you'll end up with 3 times the books above. You know, above, not below. You're saying below, you're referring to the bottom. You're saying the bottom shelf will be 3 times the amount, when it's a typo, I feel like, or some kind of, I don't know, weird grammar thing. But otherwise, you could also just say, you know, do the same 1 more book, and you'll end up with 3 times the books above compared to below. You know, just use the same language instead of mixing it up like that, because now it's confusing, right? If you just say below. I don't know, at least in my opinion anyway. I don't know, maybe it does make sense, but to me, the English is weird. It should say above, not below. So that's a typo. Anyway. The rest of this makes sense, but yeah, that's a typo. So for the longest time, I thought for some reason you somehow had to make the bottom shelf 3 times the amount compared to above, which makes no sense. How would you suddenly make the bottom shelf have more books? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so I was kind of stuck on that because of the hint. I feel like that should be fixed. That definitely should be fixed. I feel like people will get confused about that very easily. Anyway, look at this shiny key though. A shiny key. It says first floor study on the side. Okay, so it's on the first floor again. It's a study this time. Where would a study be? This is jam, right? So this is not, I guess I'm just gonna try every like locked door on the first floor. The first floor being not the ground floor, by the way. I always get confused about that. You know when you ever go to like an elevator or something. Oh, you know, might as well climb down here. Like whenever you go to an elevator, there's like the first floor and the ground floor. And sometimes there's no first floor. The ground floor is the first floor, you know? And there's also the basement. And then there's like, I don't know, other like symbols referring to the ground floor, which is like really confusing. But let's check this door. Jammed or is it locked? It's locked. So most likely it's this one. Maybe? There you go. Huh? What's that sound? Uh-oh. What? By the way, this is a horror game. Fuck! Ah, shit. What the hell is that thing? It's gonna get me if I don't do something. Push this table. Dominoes. The least useful thing in the moment. Hide. Big wardrobe. I'll just hide in here before it's too late. Alright. I'll just hide in here, don't worry about it. Alright. Maybe I can slightly open the wardrobe to the right to peek when he's gone. That's a good. I don't know if it's a good idea. Oh, close the door. Nope. How about I just close it? Are you there? Hello? Somehow did not notice me, by the way. Okay, all clear. I wonder if you could die there. I didn't want to die there because, I don't know, because of the save point system. You can't save in the menu. I don't want to, like, run back. Probably isn't that special, right? You just die. Just get game over and that's it. A small lamp. Anyway, I guess we can take our time and explore. What's this? Not special? No, nothing, I guess. A big sofa. There's something spilled on the side. Is it blood? Small aquarium filled with some murky mud water. Ew. I think I see some shape in the bottom, but I'd rather not use my bare hands. I can't trust this water. We don't have rubber gloves or anything. Big and empty. Nothing inside? Nothing we missed, when we went inside? No, I guess not. There's dominoes. A line of dominoes ready to fall. This is not the start of them, though. A small book seems out of place. It's about interior design or something. There's a dog-eared page here. When creating a butterfly showcase, it's important to focus on the pattern. And what's better than butterflies to display beautiful patterns? With the eye's pleasure, make sensible choices about which butterfly wings to show. The sequence, the rows and columns form, must adhere to a sort of logical pattern. What that pattern might be, just be sure it follows a likeness or progression. Whichever wings don't fit, away they go. Huh. Okay, that sounds like a hint to like a puzzle. We got patterns, something to do with butterfly wings. Impressive number of books. They all seem to be fiction stories. How pretty. Okay, here you go. Butterfly wings. It's a glass case with several pinned butterflies in it. Also has a strange spherical lock on the right. That's important to know. Several notes are scattered. They're old and unintelligible. One note is still readable, though. 1600, music practice, first floor. 1930, dinner, the ground floor. Military time. I don't understand military time. That's like, what? 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock p.m. And also 7:30 p.m.? Okay. I don't know if that's important or not, but maybe actually. I think that's important because there's that grandfather clock, right? I should probably write this down. This game is in full screen though, so I have to like tab real quick. Let me get my notepad out. Ground floor. I'm just gonna write that down. So that's probably important to know. All right. Lamp. Surprisingly, there's a dark abandoned mansion, by the way. It has its own lighting, It's convenient that we don't need to use a flashlight. I wonder if we need to do that later, Otherwise, it's actually not very dark. Everything is outlined, in purple. So I never feel like I'm actually lost in the dark necessarily, which, I don't know. I mean, I think it's nice because there's a lot of games out there that try to do this thing where like you're in a spooky place, you can't see anything. It's like that's just annoying. So it's nice that everything is actually just like outlined. A tall, imposing bookcase, mostly paperwork, folders, and documents. On the shelf, though, there's a book leaning out. Clam breeding. Okay. When thinking about breeding clams for their pearls, it's a key to find a suitable spot. The first need is obviously an enclosed space containing sufficient amount of salt water, kept at a natural level. An open aquarium will suffice, as long as it's kept dimly lit or downright lightless. Clams have a very erratic life cycle. Some might last only 1 year, while there are cases of some reaching over 500 years. Interesting. Paperwork, folders, and documents. There's a tree report, apparently. While preparing the land for construction to take place, we cut down a large amount of trees in the area. One stuck out from the others. Can't tell the species. It was young, slim, tall, and brown. I'm a carpenter, not a botanist. It took longer than expected to cut that one down. The stump wouldn't budge. We tried to dig around it, but the roots are way too deep and strong. When we tried burning it, it wouldn't catch fire. It's almost unnatural. Now to deal with the paranoid workers telling the roots sometimes to wiggle. If I hear from them once more that these roots are gonna, if I hear from them once again that these roots are going straight to hell, I'll beat some sense into them. Bunch of cowards and religious nuts. After discussing the master, we proceed to elevate the ground around the stump. Interesting. So that's probably referring to the tree that we saw in the courtyard. I'm assuming when they were building this mansion, possibly. Lots of numbers, nothing worth noting. Wooden chair. Anything in this bookshelf? A lot of books in this mansion. Fiction stories. The line of dawn is ready to fall. The temptation is strong. Sure, why not? Yay. We did it. What's this? A piece fell off the table. It looks different from the others. I got domino block. Looks like a black block of domino. Doesn't have any marks or particular signs on it. Makes me wonder it really is a domino block. Probably have to use that for something. What's done is done. Alright. I guess that's it for this room. There's this thing here. I wonder if this is related to the clam or maybe not. They mentioned the clam breeding, so. The sofa. Doesn't look like a sofa to me. Looks like a bed, but I guess it's a sofa. Anything to do with this, by the way? It mentioned something to do with this, but I don't know. Doesn't look like we're interacting with it or anything. Do we have to use something, I wonder? I don't know how you would activate this. Domino block? I'm not sure. Okay, well, I don't know. No idea at the moment. I'm gonna go back and save. Alright, the coast is clear.